Welcome. This is a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you have Libra and your personal planets, Loop Mars in there too. Or if you know a Libra and want to kind of check out what your vibe might look like for March, kind of get an energy reading here through this tarot scope, as I like to call them, and how you can best work with the energy. Well, that's beautiful. You've got two here, so I'm going to keep shuffling. We will get a few oracle cards out for kind of themes and like a general sense of what's going on for you guys, Libra. And then we'll do a full Celtic cross. I just did the Virgo reading where I had to apologize for my hands that are not big enough to shuffle these cards. They're so delightful. I love this deck. This is the Unknown Archetype deck from Kim Kranz. I chose some big decks this month to work with. They're beautiful. I love them. And shuffling is a little tough. And I have some big hands too. So good luck to everyone else who's using these. I will link these in the description below if you'd like to check these out. I'm really excited. Yeah, they're just flying everywhere. I'm really excited about these readings. I'm really excited about March. I'm excited for all the signs. There's just so much more energy that's coming into play here. As I'm doing these readings at the end of February, Mars is moving direct. It's been retrograde in Cancer since January, early January. So if you've been feeling kind of like sluggish or it's been hard to like motivate, move forward, that's just been the vibe. It's just been the vibe. And that's all changing and shifting. Mars is going direct in Leo. That's going to be like, it's just such a lift to our collective motivator energy, ways that we like to do things done, ways that we like to get things done. So I'm here for it. It's also spring for us in the Northern Hemisphere, which has just been beautiful where I am. I saw like a whole bunch of daffodils the other day come up. So how appropriate that I'm talking about this in the beginning of your reading, Libra, who loves the absolute gorgeous moments in life. So totally get it. I have a Libra moon and absolutely love to be surrounded by all things gorgeous. So spring is going to bring that for us, along with a little renewed pep in our step, and I am here for it and here for you, Libra. So let's get your reading. Let's get going on your reading. For your first card, we have, the tear. I'm just sitting with the feeling that's coming off of this card. It's such a like badge of honor. There's like a real medallion quality to the eye and like this like beautiful brooch. It's like whatever you are releasing, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're tapping into when it comes to grief or sadness, or letting go, or even joy, right? Sometimes joy, I cry when I'm angry sometimes, which is really frustrating. Like whatever you are releasing, wherever you are crying or experiencing tears this month, maybe it's tears of joy, maybe it's tears of laughter. There's this real sense of like a medallion, like a recognition, a medal for, I don't know what. We'll kind of see what it looks like through your reading, but also like you seeing through it, right? Like it's almost like a medal, a recognition for what you are seeing and what you are implementing, which might take letting things go this month, or which might bring you to tears of joy. It's like maybe you've worked really hard to see your way to a new relationship that's like amazing for you. Or maybe you have like worked really hard and feel very proud and earn a medal for seeing how toxic your workspace is and are moving on, and there's sadness in that, right? There's something that you can be proud of this month, Libra, that you have seen, that you have worked towards, that you're implementing. That's very clear. Your vision is prized this month. Your vision and where it's leading you is prized, and it might come with this release. So super curious to see what's going on with you guys, or what the rest of your reading brings. Okay, the Herbiary deck. Oh, we are the one. Quaking Aspen. Well, immediately it could be tears about how beautiful it is to feel supported, to feel surrounded by support, to feel lifted up, to feel like you're not alone. This could absolutely be coming into a period of community, friendships, sure, new love, but like the We Are One, the Quaking Aspen, they are, you know what, I'm not even going to say this. I'm not even going to say that they're like the largest connected tree. I feel like I heard that at some point, but I don't know at all. But, you know, ways that like their roots coalesce underground. And this is true for most trees. They help each other out. They send each other like microbial, like remedies for things. If one tree is like getting a disease or something, they send like help through the soil and through their roots. So this is really feeling supported and like a huge connected network. And it might be unseen, but it might be absolutely felt. You might be really coming into seeing how this works out for you this month, Libra. Ooh, I love that. Okay, what else? Change. There you go. So lots of change happening. And I love this spiral. It's like spiraling in, but also it's like all spirals are spirals up, and leading you to bigger and better. This is evolution. It's not just like chaos change. It's structured change. It's like giving double helix. It's giving up leveling. It's giving next level of consciousness. So this is all like making sense here. Really beautiful. I can't wait to see how this all integrates into your reading that we'll do here. Next and last, we have cleansing storms. I mean, I'm just laughing because it's like so literal sometimes, you know, like it's just so literal. Astrology can be that way too. We have the 23, which comes down to the 5, which is about change. And look at how held you are, Libra. Look at how held you are as you like look out on the vista of what's coming next and are just being cleansed by your environment, by tears that you might be shedding through whatever this process is. So, ooh, I'm so curious to see what your reading is. I just love how it like doubles down and like so many of the similar messages come up. And let's see where you guys are going. It's a beautiful card too, the cleansing storm one. I don't think I've seen that in a really long time. The lightning there too is giving sudden changes and also sudden illuminations. There could be things that come to you suddenly, inspiration this month through March, or sudden messages. When we see lightning, especially like in the dark like this, I don't know if you've ever been camping or if you've been, you know, watching like a rainstorm at night, even in your house, and it's dark and all of a sudden lightning hits and it's like amazing how much light it brings, right? Like it is so absolutely incredible how all of a sudden the entire landscape can light up for that second or 2 or 3 when lightning hits. And so there could be things that have been hidden for you that are really coming to light, and they could be bringing you to tears. And those could be like exceptionally joyful tears. It's giving like, oh my gosh, it totally just realized my best friend is absolutely the love of my life. Or it could be, oh my gosh, I'm opening my eyes and seeing like how toxic this workplace is and moving on. But either way, illumination, change, evolution, moving forward, and really doing so with so much love and support. Oh, Libra, I love this for you already. Okay, excited to see what you guys got going on. What is your central theme, central energy for the month? 2 of Wands. It's so fascinating, this card. 2 of Wands it's just a card about collaboration, new excitement. It could absolutely be a new relationship coming together, new creativity, but it's crossed on this one, which just gives me like a little bit of a stopped feeling with this card. So it's new opportunities, and it might be like full stop for a second on what this looks like. Like, maybe this is the shock you get when the lightning comes and you see a new opportunity, and for a second you're just stopped with the new opportunity. You're like, wow, I wouldn't have guessed. I need a second to digest. So new connections, new relationships, even new creative ventures, new excitement, like a new revitalized energy here for you, Libra, but it's going to be a little bit of a stop-start feeling. It is with this card. And yeah, Ace of Swords, new revelations, new ways of seeing, entirely new vistas. It's everything that I've been saying, right? So the Ace of Swords is just a gift for the universe on how you see things, how you can talk about things, how things are coming into full vision. And this is your crossing card, which is really beautiful. A lot of powerful energy for you here, Libra, around new vision and clarity and how to see and talk about it and move forward. So say this is all of a sudden you see that, like, you turn around and you're like, oh my God, my best friend is the love of my life. I see life in a totally different way now. And I want to talk about it. And I'm going to have the words to do so, or I'm going to have like the opportunities to do so in a really beautiful way. So lots of like new ideas, new inspiration, seeing things and communicating and being inspired in a totally new way on top of like gorgeous new connections. No big deal, Libra, but this is kind of one of the best start to a readings I have done so far for March. So let's see what's below you here. What do you got going on in your subconscious? The Six of Swords, moving on to bigger and better places. Kind of love this vibe. It's like there's like a sunset happening in the sword here. Anyway, so in your subconscious, you are so ready to move on. You're so ready to move on from any conflict that you've weathered, and you are ready to move on from any anything that hasn't been working. You're just like, yeah, there are better shores, better opportunities, better moments ahead. I might have been going through conflict. I might have been really seeing how much I am ready to just like let this situation go. Moving on. It can be a card about like, I want to say divorce, but I don't mean like you are going to get divorced. I mean, it can be a card of like moving on from those big kind of transitions. I don't think I usually talk about divorce, so maybe that's a specific message for someone watching. Oops, there's your card there that flew out. Just know that whatever you're moving on from, it is moving away from unhappiness. You're so clear that like you are deserving of, and you have the joy possible in your life, and you're so clear that you are moving on from whatever it is that is keeping you or holding you back from your ultimate joy and your ultimate happiness. So enough said there. Let's go ahead and see what you are consciously bringing forward and manifesting this month. Even interesting, the Hermit. Let's get a clarifier for this. So the Hermit is like a time of introspection, of depth, of really like going inward and finding your own wisdom, the wisdom that comes from being alone and finding your answers, and then holding that light up for other people at the top of the mountain so that they can see their way through the dark. So you might have been the inspiration for other people, Libra, and you might be very conscious of like coming out of a period of rest or of service to others in that way, of hibernation. You might have been in a state of like hibernation and like deep introspective work, maybe since like the beginning of the year. That Mars in retrograde we were talking about, being sort of like introspected or alone. The Hermit talks about like periods alone, and you're really focused on maybe coming out of that, which is beautiful because you have new connections on the horizon through March, and you might be finding like new people to vibe with, new friendships, new relationships. Whoop. Oh, really beautiful. Just as I was saying, like you might have been the one to provide, the Six of Pentacles is really talking about reciprocity. So you're either in a space where you are really excited to give to other people, but what I'm also feeling very much, especially with the Hermit in reverse, is how much you are ready to receive, or you'll have opportunity to receive this month. And this is in the position of what you're focused on manifesting this month, what you are very focused on bringing into your experience, like coming out of isolation and really receiving what's yours, which could potentially absolutely be money. If this is your story about divorce or moving on from a relationship like that, it could absolutely be, okay, great, I've felt isolated romantically or in my life going through this transition, and I come out on the other side, I'm very focused on getting like the ultimate whatever it is from this separation. And this would look amicable. The Six of Pentacles is about generosity. It's about giving. It's about receiving and righting the scales, evening the scales in that dynamic. So are you excited, Libra, through March to really fulfill that giving that you might need to do? And if you need to do it, it's something that you'll want to do, or are you on the receiving end? Do you need to really open your heart, open your hands, and receive whatever's coming to you, especially if it's monetary? Pentacles speak about money, or just like material possessions. So curious what that means to you, but really like manifesting, moving on to like a brighter moment where you feel supported and you feel like things are more even in what you are giving and receiving this month. Okay, what happened in the recent past, Libra? Eight of Swords in reverse, gorgeous. Coming out of a time of feeling really stuck. There's like a feeling of really stuck here. Eight of Swords is just locked in your own indecision and in your own like criticisms and in people's criticisms of you. And this is really beautiful because your crossing card is the Ace of Swords. So you have like a whole new way that you are looking at things. Something here in the recent past was like, oh, yep, again, it's this lightning moment. It's like you might have felt stuck. You might have felt a lot of Eight of Swords energy in the past, really like feeling isolated in your own disappointments, discomforts, you know, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to think. And you're like, something in the recent past was like, oh, wait, I don't have to be locked up anymore in my own, you know, indecision and my own discomfort. Oh, wait, like I can move on. I can change. I can be supported. I can let this go. I can just step out of my own way. What's a good clarifier for this Eight of Swords in reverse? You get some like clarification, some depth of the story. What would be most helpful for Libra to know there? Four of Pentacles with the High Priestess. So you really realized how much you were not listening to your intuition and holding on to something that wasn't good for you, right? Like really holding on. It could absolutely have been for material gain or like, you know, financial stability, if that was your motivator. And you just kind of knew, maybe you were like hearing that it needed to change, but you just didn't want to hear it. You weren't open to the messages. It just wasn't a time that maybe you could follow through, even if you heard them, or were really trying to work something out. Where is this leading you, Libra? What's coming into your future? Well, let's just stop the reading right here because well done you. The Star in your future. It's absolutely one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. This could look like stardom. You could absolutely look like you are shining. The Star is also represented here in the Hermit card in his lantern. So it's like you did it. It's like you came to your own beautiful conclusions and own inner wisdom, and you are now like shining in the future. This is faith. This is like a real deep belief that it's all going to work out. This is shining brightly for other people. This is the star, the light in the darkness. If you're still kind of going through some unsure times or transitions through March, you are absolutely moving into a time where you have deep faith, deep belief. You could also have a lot of recognition coming up here, or maybe if you do make a change and like say you're at a different workplace, you could be like the star at the workplace, or maybe you like join a play and you get a really awesome part. Let me just go ahead and get a clarifier for that. Really beautiful, gorgeous energy coming forward. What would be helpful for Libra to know about this star card? Oh, wow. Okay, so everything. Spirit's like, let's give them all the cards. That would be great if they just had all the cards to know how fabulous and beautiful and gorgeous and nuanced this story is, and they are. And okay, can we get like one card, please, to, oh my God. Well, we'll take these. It's just doubling down on the message. That is so beautiful when that happens. Oh, an Ace of Cups, Libra. Libra, I'm so excited for you. Coming into your future is absolute hope, gorgeous faith, things working out, light at the end of the tunnel, and new relationships, renewed faith in love, heart overflowing, a gift from the universe when it comes to opening your heart, relationships, new love, new renewal in love if you are in a relationship. Oh, so beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. Love to see it. We're just going to move right on. Otherwise, I could just like wax sentimental about that for a while. But just really, really beautiful. March is going to like lead you right into a time of new love, new gorgeous opportunities to shine, and new gorgeous opportunities to feel good, Libra, which we love to see, especially since maybe that hasn't been the case back here. Okay, how are you feeling about all of this, Libra? The Three of Wands in reverse. Oh, interesting. So you are experiencing the part of this transition or this cycle or this change where you're seeing the opportunities close. The Three of Wands is about opportunities, doors opening, and you're like, okay, yeah, but also I'm feeling and seeing how many things are closing for me. And actually you could feel, I'm getting the sense you're feeling either way about this. So whoever's watching, maybe it's like one or the other camps where you're feeling good about this. Like, okay, fabulous. I'm glad these doors are closing. These opportunities are closing. Or there could be another part of you or another group of folks that are like, I'm a little worried. Like, should I be worried about all of this not being open and available to me? Let me get a clarifier for this. I had an example, but better to just like go with a clarifier card. Okay, yeah. So Five of Cups, kind of like, you know, still feel disappointment. It's disappointment. And this one in particular is looking at the cups that are empty versus the 2 that are actually full. So as you go through this transition, as you go through this change, as you go through this up level, really remember to look around you, Libra, and see what cups are still full. Like what cups, what opportunities do you still have? And like lean into the fact that you go in some amazing places here. And the King of Cups in reverse. So this just might not be a time when you're feeling very like resourced or like very stable in your own emotions, or it's also giving like, you know, I can go through this and I can be an upheaval, but like I can't be the guide for everyone else right now. I'm not going to stand up and like it's giving a little bit like I need to receive right now some support, even some like material, financial support, emotional support. I'm not ready yet to go and like hold someone else's hand. And if this is like about a breakup, right? It's like, even if this is the worst, if you go through a breakup, but like nothing terrible happened, it just doesn't work out. And like maybe you have different needs, but you absolutely love the person. Oh, it's the worst because there's so much pain on both sides. There can be so much confusion. And sometimes you really want to help the other person, right? You really want to like relieve their pain or their suffering. And you're saying here, whether it's about a breakup or anything else, I can't be that person. I'm sad. Opportunities are closing that I thought were once open to me. I'm just in my disappointment about it right now. And I really recognize that I'm a mess and it's okay. I get to be a mess. I get to just like have my own emotional processing going on right now. And I cannot be the stable shore in the storm for someone else. And that's great, Libra. Take it up, girl. Take it up. The tear as well, right? Like you are really in a strong place of allowing whatever it is that's coming through to come through. So whatever emotion is coming up for you, it's I want to say well-earned, but it's not that it's well-earned. It's like you can be confident that that's exactly what you should be doing in this moment and leading you to the best place. So people, places, things around you. What's in your environment? Knight of Swords in reverse. Oof. So this could be a little bit of a tough energy. And this is great to know. I love seeing like warnings here in our environment because it can just mean like, okay, maybe you really want to pick and choose who your company is this month, or be ready to maybe bump into people, places, things this month that could be harsh words, people wanting to start conflict or not talking to you, giving you the silent treatment. The Knight of Swords is sort of that teenage energy of like not having any parameters on how much you say and what you think, and having very strong opinions and not taking no and moving forward and like saying things and doing things and writing things, and just like a lot of communication that's emphatic. Look at how intense his eyes are. He's like, I want you to know my opinion. I want you to know what I'm saying. I'm coming in and I'm spreading the truth and I'm getting rid of all the lies. When it's in reverse, it's kind of doing that to the detriment of the situation. Like maybe there are harsh words, someone's not, you know, keeping to themselves, but it's also like maybe there are no words. This could also be the silent treatment. So just know that like that might be the case. Is there any like particularly helpful clarifier here for Libra on this one? This is for people, places, things in your environment this month. Might be helpful to know for Libra. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse. There's someone in your vicinity, someone in your sphere who's also just upended by what's going on. And maybe it's what's going on with you, but maybe it's just whatever's going on in their own life. They're not feeling stable. Maybe there's been a job loss around you. Maybe like a father figure or a mentor or like a mother figure, someone who has been like stable, financially stable, materially stable, and able to like provide maybe even for you, is not that way anymore. And they might not be happy about it, or they just might not know how to like talk about it in a productive way. So know that that's the case, and that's kind of your warning on like how much you want to interact with that or protect yourself from it. Okay, biggest hopes, biggest fears this month. Yes, beautiful. You're so hoping, Libra, that you are tapped in and continue to feel tapped into your deepest intuition. And I just get the sense that you absolutely are. There's like so much alignment happening here with these cards, with the oracle cards and like your overall themes. You're just so doubling down on like being guided, especially through whatever transition this is. Let's get a clarifier for this just because it's fun. I feel like we're getting to see more of the story, kind of digging underneath. What would be helpful for Libra to know about this High Priestess card and their hopes and fears? One more here. Oops, there you go. Page of Wands, exactly. So before we read these, what I was thinking is, you know, you're so hoping that this connection stays open, in part because you didn't listen in the past. There's something here that you didn't listen to. You weren't quite prepared to hear your inner voices enough because you weren't prepared to let it go in the past. And so you're so hoping that now, by having the channel open, by listening to your messages, they're going to take you to the right place and it's going to lead you into the right action. And let me tell you that it is. Lots of new energy coming through here, and there could be conflict and like a new person that emerges here by following your intuition, by being in the flow. But the Five of Wands is an encouraged conflict, right? The Five of Swords is not encouraged conflict, but the Five of Wands encourages us to like stand up and set boundaries, stand up and engage in like saying what you want to need. Even if there's pushback, it's going to give you like practice in getting a thick skin. It's like positive to engage with the Five of Wands energy and standing up for what you want and standing up in the moment. I mean, appropriately, right? Like, don't be an a-hole, but like, this is, know that whatever your intuition is telling you, maybe you didn't speak up in the past because you were afraid of conflict. Know that that might come up now as you're following your intuition and doing what it is that feels good to you. You're going to come into a whole new sense of self around feeling alive again. Messages, new ideas, new ways you're excited about life. Maybe it's like thinking about taking an art class and your previous partner was like, obviously you can't do art. We don't have the budget for it. Or it's like an hour away. And now it's like, hey, I'm listening to my intuition. I really, really want to take that class. I don't know where it's going to take me. I can't say that I'm going to make a lot of money from it or it's going to be logical, but you're standing up for yourself and you're nurturing a new part of yourself that's engaging in the world around you. So that's just one example of so many things that it could be, but lean into that energy. It's safe to lean into that energy is what I'm saying. Okay, Libra, let's get a final card for you overall for the reading. Really beautiful. This is also you, Libra. Like Temperance is a card. Oh, beautiful. Just like alignment, feeling more of like alive, feeling more of who you are. This is a major arcana card. So it's really speaking to like the universe working with you. Right? When we see major arcana, it's like a season. You don't get to say much about when the seasons come, but you do get to say how you interact with them. You get to say if you get to put on a raincoat when it rains or how much sun you want to get, right? So Temperance is like, Libra, you are the eye of the storm this month. You are in alignment with your highest and best truth. And as you move through anything, in the eye of the storm, you can see the storm, you can see the tornado picking up houses and throwing them around, but you're not experiencing or feeling the pain of being in the house being thrown around because you're in the center, you're in your center. And so, you know, as you move forward through any kind of transition, if there is one here, that you're okay and that you're going to make it. And that what is coming for you is so freaking beautiful, so full of new starts here. You have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups on the board here with the star doubling down twice. And a lot of recognition, like a lot of reciprocity coming your way. So lean into how beautiful that energy is and releasing anything that no longer belongs to you and just standing in your truth of what's really coming to light for you, Libra, and how excited you might be to like step into the next iteration of who you are with so much love and support. Even if you can't see it, there's so much love and support here available for you. Oh, so beautiful. I hope this was helpful. I can't wait to hear about how your month goes, and we'll catch you then.